D&D gang, what's going on, guys? Got a super basic video today. This fly pattern is potentially the most simple, straightforward fly there is, but it's pretty effective. So I'm going to run you guys through the materials we're going to be using today in just a second. And a friendly reminder, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be giving away some of these flies at 3,000 subscribers, so that's just around the corner. You definitely want to get in on that. So with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So today's pretty simple. We got some fine wire. You guys can use gold or silver. For today's lesson, we're going to be using silver. We got some tungsten beads here. These are copper and 3.2 millimeter because we're going to be tying a size 14. Going to be using red thread. Of course, you guys can substitute that for orange or even yellow if you'd rather. And then we got some basic dubbing here. So that's all we got for today. Let's get to it. Alrighty, grab your thread. We're ready to get going on this one. So pretty simple. As always, start behind the bead. Get a whole nice bunch of wraps on there. Get that good and secure. Take your scissors and just clip off that tag end. And then we'll go ahead and grab our wire. Again, whatever wire you guys want to use. Use whatever you want to use. I'm using fine silver for this. If you guys want to use fine gold or even fine copper, do whatever combo you think, or tie, one of each. Really load up your box. So you guys want to tie in this wire right behind the bead. Really get that nice and secure. And I like to pull the wire until it's right along the side of the hook closest to me, and I'll tie the thread so it's just past the point of the hook. You don't want to go quite to where it starts to curve, past the hook shank, but a little bit past the point of the hook there is a good place to start adding your dubbing. So that'll be our next step. Grab your dubbing and do this really light, very, very light. You almost just want to color the thread with our dubbing. You don't want to add much diameter. As thin as you can get it and consistent. You want your wraps to be the same width, especially at the back of the fly where you want the body to be the skinniest. Pick out some clumps if you have them. You can always add more. That looks pretty good for now. Then you guys can just kind of start doing some wraps until your dubbing catches up to you. Almost there now. Do another wrap at the back there, and then we'll just start going forward as even as we can get it. Then you can leave a little extra behind the bead, that's fine. Don't worry about all these straggly fibers in the dubbing. It actually makes your bug look a little bit more buggy in the water, so it's fine. You want to take that wire now and wrapping away from you. Just start doing nice, even wraps. That one's a tad wide. There we go. And we'll get that one there, and we'll do one more. Hold that wire, get one good wrap on top of it, add a few more, and then pull that wire backwards, get some more right on top of it. Really, really secure that down. Then you can kind of just pull on your thread and just helicopter that wire and it'll come right off. Pretty simple. So now, go back to your dubbing just a little bit more. We're just going to add just a tiny bit more, not much at all. Just enough to do a turn or two. That's pretty good right there. So we'll add just a little bit of depth to the top of this fly. And then we can just start wrapping our thread here until the color shows up. So keep wrapping it until that red starts to show up. right about there. Take our whip finish tool. We're going to make this fly nice and durable, so we'll do a nice solid 5 wraps. Pull that thread nice and tight. Then we're going to go back in a second time. We're going to do 5 or 6 more. Nice and tight. Pull nice and tight on that thread. Cut that off close. If you guys want to trim a couple of these fibers, ones that are out of control, that's totally fine. If you want to leave it, I'm sure it'll fish just fine. So there you have it. Give or take, it'll look like this. You guys can definitely tie this on a jig style hook or an emerger style hook. Those fish really, really well, but this is the pattern. Catches a lot of fish despite how simple it looks. So give this one a shot. Drop some comments below what you think of this one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the next fly tying episode.